it was a bigger news week than it was last week. We had planes being taken out of the sky. We had lots of stuff. But let's start it on a lighter note. You know, we both played baseball. You played baseball more than I did, and there was a controversy last week where a player named Yermin Mercedes was in a game where it was 15-4. His team's up 15-4, and the opponent pulls in a position player, and it's a 3-0 count. And the position player throws a 47-mile-per-hour fastball, which if you're not a baseball fan, that's genuinely slower than they throw in Little League. That's genuinely Little League pace. And there's this tradition, unwritten rule in baseball that on a 3-0 count, you always let it go. And Yermin just says yak and hits it 430 feet out the park. His manager basically said he's the worst person in the world for doing this. The next time up, the team throws at him, and La Russa says, oh, that's fine. Where do you come down on this unwritten rules of baseball stuff?
Yeah, man. So I think unwritten, like, baseball's weird, right? All these unwritten rules. If you cross one, I'm gonna take this ball, throw it maybe 98 miles an hour behind your head, just to let you know I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're being a nice guy about unwritten rules, you're like, I'm just gonna hit you in the butt with it or something. Like that's the generally accepted practice of. You can hit me in the butt. We all shake heads and say, okay, yeah, whatever. I think as baseball is trying to evolve and have a future, right? Because baseball, I believe, on a national level, viewership's declining because it's slow and it's hard to say, hey, sit down here and watch this 3.5-hour game when you got other options. One, just if you're not get people on TikTok or not watch basketball or other things. But for me, I think all this unwritten stuff gotta go because now we got these younger players, a lot from like the Dominican and taking over just other nationalities where they don't have these same unwritten rules like bat flipping, right? Flipping wasn't a thing. You would have beef if you hit a home run, flip your bat, like, hey, look at me. Now that is celebrate. You hit a home run, you pop your own collar, you're like, yo, I'm out here. And everyone loves it. Like, it's great. So I think it's got to get more and more to the, hey, it's a 3-0 pitch. We're pros. I don't know. I'm a swing.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
I get paid to hit the ball, and I'm batting. So I think it's kind of crazy. I believe CC Sabathia on his podcast kind of went off. I didn't fully listen to it, but I think the takeaway was like, then call a forfeit, call the game.
Just call
if
a
I'm
mercy
supposed
rule.
to stop playing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's one of those, time and place. And time and place, these rules got to go away, just like Tony La Russa. Like, hey, you're great at a time. One time, maybe this made sense, but that's over.
That to me, his reaction just missed the mark. Like, one, no matter how strongly you feel on it, Tony La Russa, are you really gonna dog your player publicly? Like, is it ever a good look as a leader to air out the team's beef in the streets like that? Like, even if he was in the right, like he's putting it out there. We talked to him. We're gonna, as if he had done some just heinous crime. The way Tony La Russa's talking, all he did was walk up there and hit a home run. Let's be very clear. He didn't hurt anybody. He didn't do anything unsportsmanlike. I don't know. I've never liked the unwritten. Baseball always felt like it was working against itself. Like you said, if someone wants to hit first of all, it's pretty hard to hit a 47-mile-per-hour fastball out the park. Like, let's focus on that. You know
right?
What I mean?
And get it out the park. Like, that is because that's all you're doing all of the work. If you hit that out, that ball, that speed, the pitcher throwing it ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, and a lot of players have come out in support of Yermin Mercedes, and I think that the tone is changing. I read an interesting take on it. We're saying, look, hey, baseball is an international sport, and the way they play it in Dominican Republic, the way they play it in Korea, the way they play it in a lot of places, bat flipping's a thing. 3-0 pitches get hit if they're over the plate. And this whole unwritten rule thing is kind of like a certain segment of the baseball culture, which ultimately isn't the segment that's growing. And I just think it's got to go. When I read that, I was like, I immediately texted you like, this is some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, like this is just,
Like, I think my man, the dude, is like making close to the league minimum too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he's like, yo, I'm trying to get numbers.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get paid, man. And we're speaking like he went hard, spikes up in the second base, like, destroyed a guy's leg, he's gonna be out. It's like, yeah, the man swung at a pitch and hit a home run. Like, yeah, okay, if you want to admonish him a little bit, that's definitely some dude is back in the clubhouse type of situation. But yeah, long story, thumbs down to Tony La Russa.
Yeah.
Like, he's got his own problems. Dude didn't know the extra inning rules and improperly put a pitcher on second base to run when he didn't have to. So I'm like, all right, no one's perfect here. Your players didn't blow you up for not knowing, the rules of the game.
Yeah.
So how about we take a step back from feeling all righteous about a man swinging at a pitch?
I'm 100% with